Welcome to another elvogto recipe, and today I'm going to show you how you can achieve this interesting lighting for your 3D model. So we jump into Blender, and here is my 3D model, and as you can see, it's like it has a lot of bumps and just like an interesting shape, which helps a lot to like reflect the light. And yeah, you can see there's no lighting yet, and we have our reference picture, and we try to recreate the same lighting like we have here. And it's basically like you need to set up three light sources, and you can already have a similar result. And yeah, let's start with this. First of all, I want to create this down shadow here, this purple light. And what we're gonna do is to press Ctrl A to go on light, and we only work with area lights. So we have our light here, it's selected. We can go and press G and Z for the Z axis. And we go down, and as you can see, the light is pointing downwards, but we want to have it pointed upwards. So we rotate it by pressing R, X for the X axis, and 180, like 180. And we want it a bit bigger. And we go for, let's say, 300. And we go a bit bigger. And we go a bit back. So you can see as you go back, the shadow, the light becomes a bit more sharp. We can also rotate the light just a bit, go a bit more back, maybe a bit bigger, and we go also for a purple color. I think something like this matches it pretty good. Yeah, so what we can do now is just to duplicate this light by Ctrl D, and we bring it upwards, and we want to have this light behind our 3D model to create this this light reflections here on the left and on the right of the model, but just like the edge. So we bring it back, scale it a bit bigger. We bring it to, let's say, 400. We need to experiment a bit with the size, so it's giving us those lights. Maybe we try 1000. It's pretty good so far. And yeah, let's adjust this lights later. We go to our final light source, and for this we can just duplicate this one, and we bring it up. We rotate it on the x-axis. Go a bit like this. We need this light to be white. For this we can just bring the saturation down, and we have a white light. And what you might recognize is that our reflection here in the reference picture is round, and here we have kind of like a squarish light source, but we can easily change that by going here to the menu to area light, and you can see by when you read the shape, you can just go to disk, and that's what we actually want for our reflection. So the round shape just suits the eye better, and we also need to adjust the angle. Yeah, I think that's the right one. And we go down to 100. Maybe 200. 150 is better. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the same. Okay. And as a last step, as a final step, you can also add one small light. Maybe you can see the difference here on the upper part. For this, you can just again duplicate any light and also rotate it so it points on your object. Bring it a bit like this, and you can scale it like it's a very small light source. And now you also want this light to be white, and we just go maybe by 5. And you can see it's actually giving a bit more detail. You can turn it off and on. And that's pretty much it for the Blender part. And in the next step with Photoshop, I will just adjust the colors a bit and the contrast and add those at this purple gradient. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It depends a lot on your shape, how the light's looking. Like the more interesting your shape is, the better the light looks. And yeah, I hope it helps to create some kind of dramatic light. And of course, the color also depends a lot on the color of your object. I think just the green, the red, like looks very nice with the purple. So you can just try around what looks the best for you, and also switch on and off. Like you can maybe also find a new light combination, but I think that's the easiest way to have like dramatic shadows and good contrasts. So maybe here from the side you can also see how I place the lights. Yeah. So let's jump into Photoshop. Okay, so now we're in Photoshop, and as you can see, I rendered my 3D model without the background. So you can just render it with transparent background and just drag and drop it into Photoshop and use it as a normal picture. And in Photoshop, mostly the colors don't look that good anymore. So I mostly bring up the saturation, the contrast, and add some details if needed. And yeah, for this artwork, I used a black background. So I create a new layer here, and I just press Control Backshift. So I can use the color which is in the back here, which is black. And yeah, I adjust the model a bit, bring it into the middle. You can also just go to this 3 dots here, selection canvas, and you can just click those icons to perfectly center everything. And yeah, what I want to do is to give it a bit more saturation. So I go to the saturation layer and crank it up just a bit. Maybe let's do 30 for now. And I also feel it needs a bit more brightness and contrast. So I also go up with the brightness here. Let's not overdo it, but yeah, in this case maybe 30-ish, 35-ish is okay. And the contrast, you can just play around and see what works the best for you. Yeah, just a little bit. And what else? We need our purple gradient. So we go to our gradient tool, create a new layer first, and let's choose a purple color, something like this maybe. So you just switch the colors and now you have the purple and the transparent, and you drag and drop the gradient you want. I think this looks great. And yeah, for this artwork it's perfect. So you have your light source coming from underneath, and this gradient background creates a nice new layer to it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you can make some fine tuning. You can also, for example, just duplicate your artwork and go to filter, go to blur, Gaussian blur, and you can just bring it up so it's a bit more dreamy. So as you can see, I have it in the background, so it just creates a bit less sharper outlines. And of course you can also play with opacity, go maybe with 40, and it's already like blending into the background a bit better. But I think without it's also doing great. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And if you have any questions, please write it down in the comments. If you have any suggestions for another tutorial, please write it in the comments. And you can see my stuff on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube. And yeah, let's have a creative and nice day, and see you